Oh, hey, welcome back. Thanks for tuning into my channel. So today, I'm reviewing, rating, and giving facts on Crawl. Crawl is a drama horror thriller. Came out July of 2019. So it was the perfect summer flick. Crawl is definitely, it's almost like a shark film, but this time with, well, alligators. It takes place in Florida, so it's perfect. It's really good. It's actually produced by Sam Raimi, and that's the guy that, made Evil Dead, Army of Darkness, and the original Spider-Man trilogy with Tobey Maguire, and Drag Me to Hell. And just the action that takes place and the scares and things in this movie, you could definitely tell it's like a Raimi film. Just because, like, in Raimi films, especially his horror films, like, I mean, the character's gonna win, basically, but, like, they go through so much shit. And in this movie, like, you're just like, dude, how much more shit can they go through? Like, I was texting my buddy while watching this movie, and I'm like, dude, if I was the main character, I would have given up already. Because just one thing after the other, fuck. But, yeah, this is pretty good. This review's gonna be short because, it's a straightforward movie, and there's not much facts to give on it. I mean, there is, but nothing too interesting. So, I'm just going to show you a few clips, some short clips, give you a little bit of facts. And so, let's go on this tiny short ride of Crawl, shall we?
Haley is a college student at the University of Florida. Problems with family are causing her to struggle on the swim team.
Okay, so you noticed I said she goes to the University of Florida. And the University of Florida is home to the Florida Gators. Football team, basketball team, whatever. Just so happens she swims for the Florida Gators, and this movie has to do with fucking gators, right? I mean, come on. Also, you could tell that the whole part that she's a swimmer is definitely foreshadowing because she's obviously going to use that a lot in this movie, is her swimming ability. And it does play a big, huge role in it, and not just like on a survival level, but emotional level as well. Because if you hear the voice in the background saying, like, don't cry, the rest of that scene is actually her remembering the last time her dad was at a swim meet. And, her dad pushed her to become a better swimmer, and, like, they were just best friends, blah, blah, blah. So that plays an emotional role in this. So, like, what the problems of family are at home are the fact that, like, her parents got divorced, and she doesn't speak to her dad much anymore. So, and she's just upset that her dad's at her swim meets anymore. I know, but whatever. So, okay, let's get on with this movie.
Haley's sister Beth calls her after her swim meet, telling her that she has not been able to get a hold of her father for days. Haley tells Beth that she'll brave the hurricane and go and check on their father.
Then why did you call me?
Okay, so with Sam Raimi's fucking sick and twisted mind, right? The Category 5 hurricane is supposed to be Hurricane Michael, which hit in Florida October of 2018, right? So, and Sam Raimi said, and I quote, Crawl promises to hit close to home following the devastation to Florida from Hurricane Michael in October. So, he literally used a natural disaster that caused tons of flooding to make a horror movie. Awesome! I think it's fantastic, don't you? I think it's freaking great. Especially for people that actually experienced it, it'd be 10 times more scary. That shit's fucking awesome. Dude, if I went through some, like, crazy-ass scary shit, and then I saw it, like, in a movie, dude, it would be, because I love getting scared. Like, I mean, I love being thrilled in a scary movie, so it'd be even better. But, of course, it's fake, so I'm like, I'm not going to get that much butthurt about it, because it's a fake movie. You know what I mean? It's fiction. I mean, unless, like, crocodiles really were all over the place in Florida, I do not know. I have buddies in Florida, I should probably ask that. Were there crocodiles everywhere? Okay, let's see what else happens in Crawl, shall we?
Against warning from the authorities, Haley braves the storm and heads to her father's house. Upon arriving, Haley calls out for her father, but there is no reply.
Dad!
Okay, so in that scene when the car's driving up, the back of the truck says Keller on it. That's her father's truck. So their last name is Keller. Now, Keller in German means basement. And this movie literally primarily takes place in the motherfucking basement. It really does. And it's been argued that they intended that. There's been no comment on it. But I mean, come on. What are the coincidences? I mean, that's kind of like how when Star Wars was released, fucking people in Germany already knew that Darth Vader was fucking Luke Skywalker's father because Vader means father in German. So they already knew that. So this right here, Keller basement, they're in the motherfucking basement. It's like, it's the same thing. So if they saw this in Germany, they're like, their name is Haley Basement. Okay. This is going to take place in the basement. Yeah, and it does. It takes place like, the movie is 87 minutes long, and I'd probably say maybe 65 of the minutes, it takes place in the freaking basement. But yeah, so let's see if Haley can find her father.
Haley hears music coming from the basement, and she decides to investigate. Upon investigation, she finds her father unconscious. Not only is he unconscious, but he is gravely injured. Realizing that her father needs to be at a hospital as soon as possible, she throws him on a tarp and heads for the entrance. So she's interrupted by an alligator. Haley quickly drags her father to a safe, secluded part of the house's basement, where the alligator cannot reach her. Terrified and frozen with fear, and with water starting to rise, Haley and her father realize they must find another way out of the basement before the water gets too high and they drown.
Okay, so if you've seen the movie, you know how it plays out, and you know how it ends. If you haven't seen the movie, you can probably guess how it ends, but you cannot guess how it plays out. Like I said in the very beginning, this is a Sam Raimi produced movie. In all his movies, you don't really see the entire plot and everything that's going to happen. You can always pretty much predict the end, but you're just like, no way. Like this entire time, I was like, dude, I would just fucking give up. I would just fucking go, yeet, and chuck myself to the gator. The gators, because it's just ridiculous. But it's so good, and there are so many jump scares, and it's just on the edge of your seat thrills. It's pretty much like, I would think the movie Shark Night, except not corny, and more gruesome and just more scary, because Shark Night was fucking trash, honestly. But anyways, this movie, really good. It had a $13 million budget, and it made over $90 million worldwide, so very profitable. The CGI, I think, is pretty good for the crocodile, or the alligators, sorry. They're alligators, for the alligators, because, and that's an important part, because that's like, once again, where Shark Night failed. Those sharks look fake as fuck. But these alligators look pretty convincing to me. I don't know, what about you? But yeah, this movie, like, it's like one of those movies, like, you know, in a shark movie, when you know when the shark is about to jump out the water. This one, it's so much more unpredictable. You think you know when the gator's gonna pop up, and like it doesn't. You're like, oh, okay, gator didn't pop up. And then you're like, oh, gator didn't pop up again. Shit, what the fuck? And then you're like, oh, fuck. Yeah, it's like that. And I love that shit. This was really good. I wish I would have seen it in theaters. If you want to watch it, it's on Amazon Prime right now. That's how I watched it. I would, for the plot, it's a solid plot. It had a simple formula, used it pretty well. Man, I'm gonna give Crawl, like, on a scare factor, like, because it made me jump a lot. On a scare factor, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. And just the movie in general, the plot, I'm gonna also give it probably, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. So the whole film in general, a 9 out of 10. It's pretty good, man. I mean, Sam Raimi produced. That's pretty much like the thing I keep on mentioning. I don't give a fuck about the director. The director, I can't remember her name right now, but let me see. Director. Alexandra Aja. Yeah. Well, she directed another similar film, and that was Piranha 3D. But we don't talk about that because that shit was whack. Sorry, but it was fucking whack. Yeah. So, once again, Crawl is fantastic. Go watch it if you haven't. And once again, it's on Amazon Prime. And pretty much everybody on the planet has Amazon Prime. So it's free. Go watch that shit. It's great. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. You will be satisfied, extremely satisfied. So, if you have seen the movie, once again, drop in the comments what you like about it, don't like about it, and your favorite scene. If you haven't seen the movie, once you're done watching it, come back and drop in the comments what you liked about it, didn't like about it, and your favorite scene. Also, please drop in the comments what movie you would like me to do next, or put in my queue of requested movies. So thank you for watching. Please give this video a like, share amongst your friends. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I am sitting at 885 subscribers. It's amazing. Thank you guys so much. Well, that's my review for the day, and until next time.